Hey friends, and welcome back to English Podcast for Listening and Speaking. It's so lovely to have you join me here again in this quiet little space we share. Wherever you are in the world, our time together, as you know, is all about exploring the beauty of the English language. Not in a rush, not like a textbook, but in a way that feels calm, gentle, and full of little stories and reflections. We learn slowly, together, allowing the words to settle softly in our minds, like gentle raindrops on a window pane. It's about feeling the language, truly connecting with it, and making it a part of your own peaceful journey. My hope, always, is that these moments we share help you feel a little more confident, a little more at ease with English. If this time together brings you that feeling or helps you in any small way, I would be so grateful if you considered liking this episode or perhaps subscribing to our channel so we can continue to grow this peaceful learning space. And if you feel moved to, a kind comment always warms my heart, letting me know we're on the right path together. Thank you for being here. Have you ever found yourself in a quiet moment, perhaps gazing out of a window on a rainy afternoon, or sipping a warm drink as the day begins, and your thoughts drift to what you do, to your work, your profession, your daily tasks? It's a very natural reflection, isn't it? Our jobs, in so many ways, shape the rhythm of our lives. They are where we invest our energy, our skills, and a significant portion of our time. Because our work is such a central part of who we are and how we spend our days, it's truly no surprise that one of the very first and most common questions we encounter when we meet someone new is, "So, what do you do?" Or perhaps, "What kind of work are you involved in?" This simple question, asked with gentle curiosity, opens a door. It's a way for people to connect, to understand a little piece of each other's world, to find common ground. I remember once I was on a quiet train journey, just enjoying the landscape passing by, when the person next to me, after a polite nod, simply asked, "Are you working, or are you on a holiday?" And then, moments later, "What do you do?" It wasn't intrusive at all. It felt very natural, a simple way to begin a connection. And in that moment, I realized again just how universal this conversation starter truly is. It's almost a gentle invitation to share a part of your story. For many of us who are learning English, being able to talk about our jobs can sometimes feel like navigating a new landscape. You might think, how do I explain my role clearly? How can I share what my day looks like or what my responsibilities are in a way that feels natural and fluent? It's a valid thought, because this isn't just about vocabulary. It's about confidently expressing a significant part of yourself. And that, my dear listener, is precisely why we're going to gently explore this topic together today. We'll delve into how to talk about your job in English, making it feel less like a challenge and more like a comfortable conversation. This skill is incredibly versatile and important in so many different situations. Imagine you're at a casual gathering, maybe a friend's party or a community event. Someone approaches you with a warm smile and asks, "What do you do?" Being able to answer simply, clearly, and with a touch of ease can truly open up a wonderful dialogue. It helps you build new friendships, share experiences, and feel more integrated into the English-speaking world. Then, think about more formal settings, like a networking event. Here, being able to articulate your professional journey, your skills, and your current role is absolutely crucial. When you can describe what you do with confidence and clarity, it allows you to build meaningful professional relationships, uncover new opportunities, and present your best self. It's about painting a vivid picture of your capabilities and your contributions. And of course, for job interviews, this skill becomes the very foundation of the conversation. Every question from "tell me about yourself" to "why are you interested in this role" will circle back to your professional experience. Being able to explain your past jobs, your daily tasks, your achievements, and your aspirations in English is not just helpful. It's essential. It allows you to showcase your true potential and connect deeply with your interviewer. But beyond these specific scenarios, there's a deeper, more personal reason why mastering this topic is so empowering. It's about feeling truly confident in sharing your own story, your own path, in English. Your job, whatever it may be, is a part of your unique journey, your contribution to the world. And being able to express that with ease brings a quiet sense of pride and accomplishment. It allows your true voice to shine through. So, as we settle into this time together, our focus will be on gentle guidance. We'll look at simple yet powerful phrases. We'll explore basic vocabulary that you can use immediately, and we'll practice together, slowly, allowing each word and sentence to settle into your mind like soft echoes. My hope is that by the end of our conversation, you'll not only have the words to talk about your job, but also the quiet confidence to use them whenever the opportunity arises. You'll feel a little more at home in English, especially when sharing this important part of your life. Now, get comfortable. Maybe pour yourself a soothing cup of tea or find that quiet corner where you feel most at peace, allowing yourself to fully relax and receive. And let's gently begin this exploration into talking about our jobs in English. Now, as we gently step into the words themselves, let's explore some of the simple yet powerful vocabulary that can help you articulate what you do. These aren't just words. They are little keys that unlock the door to sharing your professional story with ease. First, let's think about your job title. This is simply what you are called at work, the name of your role. Perhaps you are a teacher, a doctor, a manager, or a chef. It's the very first piece of information people often want to know. For instance, you might say, "I work as a teacher, Kao," or "I am a software engineer." It's that simple. Let's try saying it slowly together. Job title. Now, imagine your own job title and softly say it aloud. Next, let's consider your workplace. This is the physical place where you do your job. Is it an office, a hospital, a restaurant, a school, or maybe even your home? Understanding how to talk about your workplace helps paint a clearer picture of your daily environment. You could say, "I work in the office, thank you, Mia," or "I work at a hospital." Sometimes it's "in" for a general type of place and "at" for a specific company or institution. Let's gently practice this word. Workplace. Try saying where you work very softly. Moving on to verbs, which describe the actions you take. A very common and useful verb is to manage. This means to be in charge of something, like people, projects, or resources. Many roles involve managing different aspects of work. You might say, "I'll manage a team of designers," or "I will manage its client accounts." It signifies responsibility and leadership, even if it's just managing your own time or tasks. Let's try saying it, manage ni. And often, when we manage, or even when we don't, we are part of a team. A team is a group of people who work together towards a common goal. Working as part of a team is a very common experience in many jobs. You could express it like, I work with a small Haven team, or our team is developing a new product. It speaks to collaboration and shared effort. Let's say this word slowly. Team. Can you imagine your own team? Sometimes our work involves interacting with clients or customers. These are the people you provide services or products to. Understanding this word helps explain who benefits from your work. You might say, I spend most of my day talking to clients, or my job involves helping customers with their questions. Whether it's a person paying for a service or someone benefiting from your work, they are your clients or customers. Let's practice this. First, client, and now, customer. Finally, another very useful term is colleague. Your colleagues are simply the people you work with, your coworkers. It's a gentle and common way to refer to the people you share your professional space with. You could say, I often have lunch with my colleagues. Or my colleague helped me solve a difficult problem today. It speaks to the relationships you build at work. Let's try this word, colleague. Remember, these words are like building blocks. They are simple, yet when put together, they create a clear and gentle picture of your professional world. Take your time with each one. Feel them on your tongue, and know that with each word you understand and use, you are building a quiet confidence within yourself. After gathering those gentle words, we can now softly arrange them like delicate petals to form complete sentences. It's like weaving a quiet tapestry, thread by thread, until a beautiful picture emerges. We often use very simple patterns to describe our work, patterns that feel natural and easy to follow, almost like the rhythm of a calm breath. One of the most common ways we talk about what we do, our current job, is by using the jag ni, present simple Mars tense. This tense is perfect for habits, routines, and facts that are true now. Think of it as describing the everyday truth of your work life. For example, when you tell someone your job title, you can simply say, I work as your job title. Or, even more simply, I am your job title. It's like stating a quiet fact about who you are in the professional world. You might hear someone softly say, I work as a librarian, or I am an artist. It's a gentle, direct way to share. Can you feel how simple that is? Just a quiet statement of what you do. When we talk about where we work, we often use at or in. So, you could say, I work at a small coffee shop, or I work in a large hospital. The choice between at and in often depends on whether you're talking about a specific place or a more general type of environment. But don't worry too much about that. Both are understood. Just pick what feels most comfortable for you to softly whisper. And what about your responsibilities? What do you actually do in your job? This is where the present simple shines again. You can say, I am responsible for your duty, or my job is to your main task. These phrases help paint a clearer picture of your daily contributions. Perhaps you softly reflect, I am responsible for managing projects, or my job is to help customers find what they need. These sentences allow you to describe the very heart of your work, the actions you take day in and day out. Think about one thing you do regularly at work. Can you softly form a sentence using I am responsible for or my job is to? Now, let's gently consider if you want to talk about a job you had in the past. Maybe you've changed careers, or you're just sharing a bit of your journey. For this, we often use past tenses, especially used to, or the simple past. The phrase, I used to work as, is a beautiful way to talk about a job you had habitually in the past, but no longer do. It carries a sense of looking back, a quiet remembrance. It implies a previous routine or role that is now gently shifted. You might muse, I used to work as a baker, waking up early to knead dough. Or, I used to work at a small bookstore, surrounded by stories. It feels like sharing a little piece of your personal history, doesn't it? Like turning a page in an old photo album? Alternatively, for a more direct statement about a past job, you can use the simple past tense. I worked at or I was responsible for. This is when you are simply stating a fact about a job you held for a specific period. For example, you might gently say, I worked at that company for 5 years, or I was responsible for all the marketing campaigns there. It's a gentle way to explain what you did and where, without overcomplicating things. Perhaps you are reflecting on a past role right now. Can you softly say where you worked before, using I worked at? These simple structures, the quiet truth of the present simple for what you do now, and the gentle reflection of past tenses for what you did before, are your friends. They allow you to share your story, your professional journey, with a calm confidence. They are not complicated, but rather, they are the very fabric of everyday conversation about our work. Feel how natural it feels to use them, to weave your words into these comforting patterns. Now that we've softly explored the gentle patterns of grammar and gathered some useful words, it's time to weave them together. It's like gently putting together a mosaic, piece by piece, until a beautiful, clear picture of your work emerges. This is where we truly bring it to life, where we practice speaking about your job with calm confidence. Let's begin by describing your daily tasks. Remember how we talked about using the present simple? Imagine you're gently guiding someone through a typical day at your workplace. What do you usually do? For example, you could say, I usually start my day by checking emails, or I always help my customers with their questions. Perhaps I sometimes attend meetings to discuss new projects. Notice those quiet words like usually, always, sometimes. They add a gentle rhythm to your description, showing how often you do things. Let's try a few together. I'll say a sentence, and then I'll leave a quiet space for you to softly repeat it, letting the words settle in your mind. Ready? I usually start my day by checking emails. I am responsible for answering phone calls. My job is to help people learn new things. Beautiful. Now, can you think of one thing you do usually at your job? Try to form a sentence like those examples. Whisper it to yourself, or write it down in a journal if you like. Don't rush. Just let the words flow. Next, let's gently revisit, talking about past jobs. Sometimes in conversation or even in an interview, you might want to share a piece of your professional journey. Remember our phrases, I used to work as, or I worked at? Imagine softly reflecting on a previous role. You could say, I used to work as a barista, making coffee for people. Or I worked at a small boutique for 3 years, helping customers find beautiful clothes. It's a way to acknowledge where you've been, a gentle nod to your growth.
Let's try some of these. Softly repeat after me.
I used to work as a teacher. I worked at a software company for 5 years. I was responsible for organizing events. Now, take a quiet moment. Can you think of a past job you had? How would you describe it using one of these phrases? No need to be perfect, just gentle practice. What about your future career goals? Was? It's a wonderful thing to share your hopes and dreams, even quietly. We can use phrases like, I want to, I hope to, or I'm going to. For instance, you might softly share, in the future, I want to work as a nature guide, or I hope to start my own business someday. These phrases carry the gentle whispers of aspiration, of where you're headed. Let's practice these too. Softly repeat, I want to become a successful writer. I hope to work in a creative field. I'm going to learn new skills to help me grow. Can you think of one dream you have for your future career? How would you express it gently in English? Allow yourself to dream aloud, even if just to yourself. Finally, let's touch on phrases for interviews and networking. These moments can feel a little more formal, but we can still approach them with a calm, confident voice. These phrases help you highlight your strengths and what you're looking for. You might say, I have experience in project management, or I'm good at solving complex problems. You can also share your strengths. My strengths are communication and attention to detail. And if you're seeking new opportunities, a gentle way to express it is, I'm looking for new opportunities where I can use my skills. Let's practice these. Listen to the gentle phrasing and then softly repeat, I have experience in customer service. I'm good at organizing tasks. My strengths are teamwork and creativity. I'm looking for new opportunities in the healthcare sector. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own strengths. What are you truly good at in your work? Try to form a sentence about it. It's okay if it's just a quiet thought. Remember, practice is like a gentle rain. It nourishes the seeds of learning until they grow into strong plants. You can speak these sentences out loud when you're alone, perhaps looking in a mirror. You might even record your voice on your phone, listening back to the calm sound of your own English words. Try to use these new words and phrases in your everyday thoughts. When you're doing something related to your job, try to think about it in English. And if you enjoy writing, journaling in English about your work can be a wonderfully soothing way to deepen your understanding and fluency. Be gentle with yourself and enjoy this quiet journey of expressing who you are and what you do. As we gently bring our time together to a close, I hope you feel a little more connected to the idea of sharing your professional story. Remember how we spoke about the simple beauty of expressing what you do, how it can open a quiet pathway to understanding and connection with others? It's not just about words. It's about sharing a part of yourself, your journey, your contribution to the world. Learning to talk about your job in English, even with just a few simple phrases, is like holding a key to feeling more confident, to truly expressing who you are and what you care about. It's a gentle step towards a deeper sense of belonging in conversations. If this episode this quiet moment we shared has helped you feel even a tiny bit more confident in your English today, I would be so deeply grateful if you considered sharing it. Perhaps with a friend who is also on their language learning journey, or with anyone who might find solace and gentle guidance in these words. Thank you truly for spending this time with me, for opening your mind and heart to these soft lessons. Until next time, please take the very best care of yourself and keep learning gently, persistently, with all the grace you possess. Goodbye for now.